I think this case has definitely opened the door to those who have done drugs and were, or would be, refused entry because of it. If Harry was allowed in, and to stay in this country, after his acknowledgement of extensive drug use.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. We have a very hot topic to discuss: the visa status and special privileges that Prince Harry may have in the U.S. Hello, my beautiful co-host today, Lady Freya.
Hello, Adam. Hello, everyone.
The U.S. government has declined to release details about Prince Harry's immigration status, citing a precedent involving Donald Trump's privacy rights. The Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank, filed a lawsuit against the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, seeking information on Prince Harry's visa type, questioning whether he received preferential treatment given his past drug use admissions in his autobiography, Spare. DHS lawyer John Bardo referenced a case where Trump's interactions with the FBI as a private citizen were protected to argue for similar privacy for Prince Harry, emphasizing the heightened privacy interest for someone who has never held governmental office or appeared on a ballot in the U.S. Amidst this, there are speculations that Harry could be on an A1 head of state visa. What is your view on Prince Harry's use of the A1 head of state visa, and whether this is an example of unfair favoritism?
In my opinion, this is a big deal. Prince Harry's visa issue is not just a regular immigration issue, but also a spotlight on the special treatment given to people in high positions. If Harry is indeed using this type of visa, it is a classic example of the abuse of power and status. The A1 head of state visa is reserved for heads of state or members of the royal family when they are on official duties. Harry is not a head of state, and he does not have any official role in the U.S. Prince Harry has given up his official royal roles and does not carry out official duties in the U.S. So the use of this type of visa clearly raises questions about fairness and transparency. It is fair to say that every action and decision involving them, from how they are granted visas to how they are treated by the media, has the potential to become a diplomatic issue. If the American public feels that Harry and Meghan are getting special treatment, it could lead to widespread backlash, affecting how immigration policy is perceived and implemented.
Going into it, what do you think Meghan Markle's influence has had on the way Prince Harry is treated in the media and politics? Has she changed the way the world views him?
To be honest, Meghan Markle has had a significant impact on the way Prince Harry is treated in the media and politics, and not always in a positive way. Since joining the royal family, Meghan has attracted a steady stream of media attention, sometimes to the point of overshadowing other members of the royal family. Her presence has brought a breath of fresh air to the royal family, but it has also sparked many debates about royal traditions, roles, and influence. Meghan, with her background as an actress in Hollywood, has brought a different approach to her role in the royal family. She has been very active in using the power of the media to promote causes she supports. But this approach has also drawn criticism that she is trying to Hollywood-ize the royal family, an institution known for its secrecy and tight control over information. Furthermore, Meghan has been accused of being the main force behind Harry's departure from his royal role, a move that is seen as a departure from the long-standing traditions of the British royal family. This has transformed Harry from a beloved prince into a controversial and divisive figure in public opinion. They have been criticized for abandoning their public responsibilities in order to pursue their personal careers and financial gain, as evidenced by their lucrative contracts with media and broadcasting companies. As a result, the way the world views Harry has changed dramatically. Instead of being seen as a symbol of friendliness and folk character, Harry is now often viewed through the lens of rebellion and discord, which many believe stems from Meghan's influence. This has not only damaged Harry's personal image, but also negatively impacted public support for the royal family as a whole.
Very interesting. And what might happen to their situation in the future? especially under pressure from comments like those from former President Trump about no special privileges for them.
If Donald Trump is re-elected as U.S. president, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle could face significant challenges. Trump's hardline immigration policies could be further tightened, which could directly impact Harry and Meghan's visa and residency status. In particular, given Trump's publicly unfavorable views towards them, the couple could be placed under increased scrutiny, with stricter legal and immigration requirements. Public criticism from a powerful media figure like Trump could not only erode their public image, but could also negatively impact their philanthropic and professional activities. This wave of public opinion could make donors and partners hesitant to work with them, resulting in significant financial and social impacts. In addition, Trump's personal relationship with Queen Elizabeth and his dislike for Harry and Meghan could complicate the diplomatic relationship between the UK and the US. Any comments or actions from Trump regarding them could potentially become a political flashpoint.
So, this is why Harry is desperate to expedite the appeal on his security. If he was successful in obtaining that, then next he would be after his IPP status back. That comes with many benefits, one of which is being above the law and unable to be prosecuted or pursued in court, as well as having security paid for by the taxpayers of whichever country he chooses to inflict himself on to visit or stay.
It's worth noting that Prince Harry's pursuit of reinstating his security measures has been a point of contention and public interest. His actions can be seen not just in the light of personal safety, but through the lens of a broader debate about public accountability and the responsibilities of those who have stepped back from public duties. It seems Harry is attempting to have it both ways, seeking independence from royal duties and the lifestyle associated with it, while still wanting the benefits typically reserved for key public figures, such as government-provided security. This viewpoint could suggest that he is placing an undue burden on taxpayers, potentially inflicting his presence and associated costs on the public of any country he resides in or visits. There's a sentiment among some observers that by doing so, Prince Harry might be exploiting his royal status while not fulfilling the responsibilities that traditionally accompany it. Furthermore, the notion that regaining his IPP status could make him above the law is a significant exaggeration and misinterpretation. IPP status offers no such legal immunity. Rather, it involves security provisions that are typical for individuals deemed at risk due to their international profile. Critics might use this misunderstanding to further paint Harry in a negative light, suggesting that he is seeking privileges that are both unearned and unwarranted, given his current royal engagement or lack thereof.
Freya, clearly, when there is a suspicion that he obtained the visa by being given preferential treatment, and despite his admitted, at least in his book, drug use, then the public interest outweighs his privacy, especially if he lied on the form. In any event, Harry isn't a party to this legal action, so why is the government citing privacy concerns on his behalf? He's not usually averse to bringing his own actions regarding his privacy. What do you think about this issue?
If Harry said he didn't take drugs, then it appears he lied on the declaration. If he said he did take drugs, then how has he got in the country? Either way, there is no answer he can give that makes sense for him to be allowed in the country. Anyway, if we consider the suspicion that Harry might have received preferential treatment in obtaining his visa, particularly with his past admissions of drug use as detailed in his autobiography, it certainly raises questions about fairness and transparency in the visa application process. Critics argue that when public figures receive what appears to be special treatment, the public has a right to scrutiny, given the potential for misuse of position or influence. Moreover, the point about Harry not being a direct party to the legal actions where the government cites privacy concerns on his behalf could indeed strike some as contradictory. Given his history of being very public and forthright in legal battles concerning his privacy and media interactions. It seems unusual that in this instance, he would not take a direct stance. Critics might view this as avoidance of accountability, suggesting that he prefers to benefit from privacy protections without having to be actively involved in defending such positions, which could be perceived as somewhat hypocritical. This scenario might paint Harry as someone who selectively engages with systems of accountability, ready to challenge perceived invasions of his privacy in the media, yet possibly less transparent when it comes to the equally public issue of his immigration status. The criticism here could be that Harry wants to maintain his privacy only when it suits him, avoiding scrutiny when it might reveal preferential treatment or inconsistencies, thus sparking accusations of double standards.
After all, we all know he lied. Even the Americans know so, but finding him guilty of it is another thing. We certainly don't want him back, as he'll bring her with him, and she's globally loathed and would never be happy to hear knowing that she's is despised this side of the pond.
I think this case has definitely opened the door to those who have done drugs and were, or would be, refused entry because of it. If Harry was allowed in, and to stay in this country, after his acknowledgement of extensive drug use.
Absolutely correct. Thank you for sharing. If we continue to discuss, we will never be able to say it all, right? Today we will end here and continue to discuss this topic in the next videos. Don't forget to support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Especially, please share your thoughts in the comments below. Now goodbye and see you again.
Thank you very much. Goodbye and see you again.